was born Melania Knaus, Germanized to Melania Knaus, on April 26, 1970, in Novo Mesto, Slovenia. Her father was a car dealer, and her mother was a designer for children's clothing. As a child, Knaus and other children of workers at the factory participated in fashion shows that featured children's clothing. Textiles were Sevnica's primary industry. Students were excused from school to participate in the shows. From a young age, Knaus expressed an interest in fashion, and she began customizing and sewing her own clothes. She developed a skill for it by watching her mother work. 15, Knaus did well in school, where she was appointed school treasurer. When Knaus was a teenager, she moved to a 2-story house in Sevnica with her family. From her youth in Slovenia, Knaus was influenced by the United States. She described the presidency of Ronald Reagan as the beginning of a new era in her own country, and the debut of CNN International in 1985 gave her family access to American media. At the age of 15, Knaus moved to Ljubljana to attend the secondary school for design and photography, attending the school until her graduation at 19. She made the long commute from her hometown to the capital and back each day by train. After her first year, Melania and Ines moved to the capital together. After graduating, Knaus enrolled in the Faculty of Architecture and Civil and Geodetic Engineering at the University of Ljubljana to further study design, leaving after a few months without taking her degree. Melania began modeling at age 16, and 2 years later, she signed on with an agency in Milan. She enrolled at the University of Ljubljana, but dropped out after 1 year to pursue her modeling career. In her early days of modeling, Melania worked in Milan and Paris, before moving to New York in 1996. There, she gained steady work, working with well-known photographers and landing covers on magazines such as Harper's Bazaar, Bulgaria, Vanity Fair, Italy, GQ, and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Melania met her future husband Donald at a New York fashion party in 1998. Although she first refused to date him, the couple eventually began establishing a relationship and were engaged in 2004. The following year, they married in a lavish Palm Beach, Florida ceremony with celebrity attendees, including former President Bill Clinton and then New York Senator Hillary Clinton. In 2006, Melania gave birth to Baron William Trump. Their son is husband Donald's 5th child. That same year, she also became a U.S. citizen. When Donald announced his intentions to make a 2016 presidential bid for the White House, the normally private Melania was pushed into the national spotlight along with her past modeling work some of which was considered racy. One of the first controversial images that began circulating online was her 2000 British GQ spread that had her lying naked on a fur blanket. The controversy didn't stop there. In July 2016, Melania gave a speech at the Republican National Convention, from which some passages were found to be identical to Michelle Obama's 2008 Democratic National Convention speech. Initially claiming she wrote the speech, Melania was lambasted by the media and the public for plagiarism. Shortly thereafter, Melania staff writer Meredith McIver took responsibility for the gaffe, claiming she accidentally included part of Obama's speech in Melania's talking points. On November 8, 2016, Donald won the majority of Electoral College votes and was elected the 45th President of the United States in a stunning defeat of Hillary. With her husband's victory, Melania became the first foreign-born U.S. First Lady since Louisa Adams, John Quincy Adams's wife, who was born in London. As Donald prepared for his transition to power, he told reporters that Melania and their son Barron would stay in New York City while he moved into the White House, allowing Barron to finish the year at his private school on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. In June 2017, Melania and Barron finally joined the president in the White House. On the morning of January 20th, 2021, Mrs. Trump and her husband left the White House for the last time. They boarded Marine One and headed to Joint Base Andrews, where family, staff, and supporters gathered for a short ceremony. The President and First Lady then traveled by Air Force One to Palm Beach, Florida.